Hi you guys, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a bit different for you guys, but I'm really excited to be trying it out, and it is a what I eat in a week video. I am constantly watching these sorts of videos on YouTube. I feel like the main area of YouTube that I watch is like vegan and food YouTube. So it's cool to be making this sort of content too. So this is what Avery and I ate over a week's time. We filmed pretty much every meal except for some breakfasts because they were just getting repetitive. And this is also sort of special because it is our first week back in the United States from traveling for a few months. So I must admit that we were indulging in some of the foods that we had been missing while we were traveling. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I want this video to be a real life glimpse into what we're eating and not a super glamorized healthy version where like we only eat raw food, because that's totally not true. We eat a lot of sweets. I guess another thing to mention is that everything in this video is vegan. We've been eating a plant-based diet together consistently for 6 or 7 months, I would say, but it was a super gradual transition. And these meals are good for everyone, even if you eat meat, dairy, eggs, you name it. Also, if you're looking for more food content, I post food on Instagram stories that we're cooking or eating out almost daily. I have an entire highlight. Really into it. So starting off with Monday morning, we are juicing for the day, and we're just making a pitcher of juice that we can kind of have over a period of days. And then for food, I'm having my normal, which is peanut butter banana toast and berries. I am always having a pretty sugary breakfast in the morning. And Avery had a buckwheat spirulina cereal that we got from the bulk section. He had that atop oats with bananas and almond milk. For lunch, we are having one of my favorite meals, and it's a nice plate of veggies and grains and beans. So for cooking, I pretty much always roast my veggies. In an ideal world, I would have meal prepped roasted veggies, quinoa, and rice in my fridge at all times. But we're starting with some washed and chopped sweet potatoes and zucchini, and we typically season those with paprika, olive oil, red pepper, salt, and garlic. Those are all of my favorite seasonings, but you just have to figure out which ones work for you. And then we put some quinoa on the stove, added fresh avocado and tomatoes, and black beans for some extra protein. And for this meal, we were actually cooking for 4 people, so it made quite a hefty serving. For dinner, we indulged in Beyond Burgers, which are my favorite pre-made burger substitute. We had broccoli and mushrooms on the stove, cooked in olive oil and red pepper, and we also had grilled corn on the cob. My favorite casual burger toppings are Follow Your Heart vegan cheese, spinach, tomato, which we had left over from earlier. That's a big thing that we try to do, is make sure that we're using all of our produce. When I first started cooking a lot of produce, I found that so much of it was going to waste, but I mean, I guess it's common sense, but you just have to be creative with your meals and just add it wherever you please. On Tuesday for breakfast, we had a super similar breakfast to yesterday. My typical peanut butter banana toast, same cereal and oats combo, but we added peanut butter and blueberries. For lunch, we just warmed up some pizza that we had from a few nights before. We got it from a local spot. This amazing thick crust pizza with olives and a bunch of peppers and tomato sauce. And for dinner, we decided that we should remake a dinner that we had when we were at this vegan Korean Italian fusion restaurant in London. It was called Vegan Yes. You need spinach, rice, preferably brown, but we only had basmati, soy sauce, a jar of kimchi, and some ingredients for some homemade cashew parmesan. So for that, you need cashews, garlic powder, nutritional yeast, and salt. So we're starting by making our own parmesan. Super cheap, and all you need is a food processor. You could probably do it in a blender or a coffee grinder. And the salad, it sounds pretty odd, but you have to trust me here. So we used soy sauce on the raw spinach and the cashew parm, mixed it together, dressed it in that, and it is just one of the most incredible salad dressings I've ever had. And we had the rice and kimchi on the side. For breakfast Wednesday, we're doing an avocado chickpea scramble. Started by mashing drained chickpeas in my hand, adding garlic and olive oil to a pan, mixing the chickpeas around with red pepper and cashew parmesan from last night. Cooks pretty fast, takes like 5 minutes max. And it's good if you're not into the idea of a tofu scramble, if you're looking for a good breakfast alternative to eggs. And I also find that chickpeas or hummus always go great with avocado. So we ended up adding that to 2 pieces of toast and then having a plate of leftovers. Added lemon juice and a bit of red pepper to the top for extra flavor. And we still had a bit of tomato left from our past meals, so we added that. For lunch, we're indulging in some Gardein chicken tenders and veggies. Gardein is an amazing brand, and I find that you can get it at most grocery stores. So we just popped those in the oven with some zucchini to roast as well, and we used some leftover quinoa to make this meal a bit more filling. For dinner, we're having spaghetti, Gardein meatless meatballs, tomato sauce, and broccoli. The meatballs simmered on the stove in sauce while the pasta boiled. Super easy prep. Broccoli roasted in the oven with the typical red pepper seasoning. And then for the pasta, we added our cashew parm on top and just got a little bit extra and also added follow your heart parmesan as well. On Thursday, I didn't show breakfast because it's more of the same. For lunch, we went out for this meal to a new restaurant we've never been to before. It was a local kombucha spot, but they also had a restaurant. So we started off with the peach kombucha and a small plate of stuffed avocado, and the stuffed avocado was filled with kimchi and pomegranates. I don't even know what else, but it was incredible. We had another small plate that was a kimchi taco wrapped in seaweed with sweet potato and brown rice. And then for the main, we had tempeh with pickled beets and kale and fruit and edible flowers. And then afterwards, we went to a vegan bakery and had some Hostess's cupcakes, which I haven't had a Hostess cupcake in so long. I used to eat them all the time when I was little. For dinner, we had more Beyond Burgers because they were going bad in the fridge. We had some more roasted veggies, so we had okra and eggplant this time, seasoned with red pepper, of course, and cashew parmesan. On Friday, I was starting to feel sick. This video was supposed to go up a lot earlier, but I think I came down with the flu. I never went to the doctor, but it felt just like the flu any other time that I had it. So we didn't show breakfast, snacked on some veggies and hummus. We had sugar snap peas, carrots, and peppers in the fridge. I wanted a meal reminiscent of when I was younger, and that's not always the best thing to do, obviously, when you're starting to feel sick. You should be eating all of this healthy food, but what I really wanted was my old hot dog and mac and cheese meal that I lived off of when I was younger. So we made field roast hot dogs, my favorite sausage brand that's vegan, Annie's Vegan Mac and Cheese. They make the sauce out of sweet potato and pumpkin, and then some roasted veggies from the night before that were meal prepped, and of course cashew parm on top, ketchup on the side. Last but not least, probably the easiest, cheapest recipe in this video is our dessert, which is homemade banana ice cream. All you need is frozen bananas, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and a bit of peanut butter, although there are a ton of different recipes online for different flavors of this ice cream. And then for the rest of the weekend, I was in bed sick, unfortunately. We had Thai curry takeout, which is one of my favorite meals, a good green or red curry that's super spicy with tofu and veggies. We also made a lot of turmeric milks. I'll link a recipe down below, and ginger shots from our juicer. And even if you don't have a juicer, you can buy the roots at the grocery store and put them in hot water, make yourself a sort of tea. That will be a lot more affordable than buying a ginger shot or turmeric shot from the grocery store or a local juice place. And honestly, a lot of times when you buy those, they're super watered down with apple juice, so it's best just to make it yourself. And I think that's it for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to have a conversation in the comments below if you have any recommendations for foods you think that I would like. Definitely let me know if I should do any more of these, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!